All right. If you're in here, we're going to get started at 8, but figure I just hop on a bit early, so that way we can make sure everything's working. All's good. Owen, what is nothing? Oh, what did you have for breakfast? It's like, I said good morning in the chat and you responded nothing. But anyways, good. Well, you should go get something to eat, dude. Well, we have 5 minutes. Go grab something. Even if it's just like a granola bar or something. I had the least healthy cereal of all time. You guys know this one? Teddy, you drink water? That's all that sustains you? This is like basically chocolate. It is not healthy, but it's delicious. Jared, you had Crave too? Yeah. I woke up like 3 minutes ago. I feel like eating. You don't feel like eating, or you do? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go grab water as well. Actually, I should grab that, so I'll be right back. Mini wheats. It's kind of the best part about the whole online thing is that we can all have food while we're in class, and normally we did before. Y'all left your wrappers there, and now you can just leave your freaking wrappers at home. You can have like a full bowl of cereal too. You can't do that in class. Well, you could. It'd just be weird. You'd have like warm milk. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. I'm going to open up the attendance bit here because I do see I have people. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Oh, we gotta wait a minute still for attendance. That's okay. Sam, cereal and toast. Nice, lovely. Hey, Crystal. Maddie, coffee counts. Sure. So I'm cutting out for Owen quite a bit. Who is I Hate Math again? Well, Kathleen, there is spam there because basically I decided that it would be funny if you just spammed the chat so that way I could get your attendance, but I realized it's a terrible idea. Did I hate math tell me who they were? I still don't know. I guess I could do it by process of elimination, but I'd rather not. Alright, so let's see if I can do attendance now. Good morning. Oh, Miss Kenny's got a nice prayer there for us. Nice. Okay, sorry. Let's do attendance. Awesome. Actually, you know what's really great, guys, because I just had a message here. If you need to make sure you get my attention, because I have like multiple screens going, like on my laptop, I've got OneNote going. Typically on my second monitor, I have like what I can see on stream and a bit of like the chat as well, but it doesn't always last there because there's some other things I'm clicking through as well to make sure everything's running right. So Teams for sure, I get like a little notification and sound, but on the YouTube chat I don't. So you'd be better if you really need my attention to message me on Teams. But yeah, feel free to keep chatting in there, and I'll make sure to keep checking as well. So I saw Jared, I saw Sam, I saw Teddy, I saw Crystal, Kathleen for sure. I'm not sure about Yuli. Did I see Yuli in there yet? Oh, yeah, Kathleen, sorry. Kathleen needs the YouTube video, I guess. Oh, there's Yuli, awesome. All right, share, copy. I got the stupid song stuck in my head. I don't even know what the song is. It's probably some sort of TikTok garbage, but I just seen it on Instagram. It's like the one where you do like the little stupid emoji things. I just want to punch everyone that's doing that on my stupid Instagram thing. Anyways, you probably know the one I'm talking about. And if you don't, I'm not going to hum it for you because then it'll be stuck in your head and it is garbage. Let's see. Oh yeah, Katrin's here, Maddie's here. Anyone seen SJ in the chat yet? Renegade. No, it's not that one. Mr. Ellis, you can change it where the chat is, like a little box just in the corner of your screen. Popo chat. Teddy, you're a genius. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, awesome. Yuli's here, yes. Erica, Sadie, Owen. Okay, so I think I'm still waiting on SJ. SJ. Let's just go back up. Yeah, I do not see SJ. Okay. Sadie was here. I saw Zion earlier. He popped in. I'm pretty sure I saw Owen, right? Man, the attendance is not going to be an easy system. Yeah, I did. I saw Benny. Larissa messaged me on Teams. Lucas was there. Erica was there. Let me just see. Was Kendra there? Ben, do you need to take a quick shower? Yeah, go grab some breakfast. But Benny, no one else is gonna see you, buddy. It's all right, unless you feel disgusting. So I guess I do not see Ruth. I don't see SJ, and I don't see Kendra. Although I feel like maybe I did. Am I going crazy? Was she like early? Gotta come up with like a better system for this, like a checkbox. Oh, there's Ruth. Thanks, Ruth. Awesome. So I'm just gonna mark SJ and Kendra away just for now. Let's just see. I do have some sort of message on Teams here. Okay, perfect. No worries. All right. Life is good. So hopefully the stream is a little bit better quality today. And y'all are all good. Let me just change what we're seeing back to here. Awesome. Yeah, so basically, what did we work on yesterday? We tried to finish up 4.3, I believe. Oh, sorry. It's like the worst green screen of all time. I don't know if you guys actually saw behind me, but it's like, and I can just put the regular one on. It works better with more light. It doesn't work so good in the morning. We're gonna have more light for it. But yeah, we worked on finishing up, what was it, 4.3. And where do we get to with that? We were going to do this equilateral triangle question. And so I asked you guys to do that. And I had a couple quick questions about that, but we might as well just do that together and solve for what the value of x would be. So let me just check the chat again. I'll just open that on my right here just so I can make sure I see anything you guys have in terms of questions. Oh, Maddie, you weren't here. What did I get for breakfast? I had Crave cereal. It was delicious because it's basically candy. I'm gonna try and aim it in my recycle bin. I missed, but if I told you guys I got it, you'd be impressed. Let's take this up then. Screw that Crave. Zion, it's pretty good, even though it's bad for you, man. You guys could, if you want to open up your OneNotes right now. I know we're really early. Normally, I think I still want to do any like homework questions that you guys might have had at this time. Like oh, thanks, Kathleen. Yeah, they're like little birds. But yeah, if you guys have at any point at the start of class, yeah, take up this question, Mr. Ellis. I'll totally do that. So just type in the chat which questions you'd want. Now, I didn't really give you guys homework last night, obviously, other than this one question. So I'm just going to do this one anyways because it is a bit of a trickier one. I kind of explained it in chat, the setup, but we didn't like actually finish it. So we're going to go ahead and work on that one together, and then we'll motor from there. So this one, remember we said that there's a triangle that has 3 sides and it's going to be equal to the perimeter of the pentagon, which does not have 3 sides, it have 5 sides. So we're going to have our 3-sided triangle being equal to our 5-sided. Awesome, Larissa. Yeah, no problem. I saw your message on Teams, so you can rest easy there. You don't have to fully sign in as long as you're watching and listening, and let me know if you have any questions in Teams. That's totally fine too. So anyways, we'll do our perimeter of a triangle. And again, triangle has 3 sides, right? And so they told us in the question that the side length of the triangle was 2x minus 1. And so yeah, basically, if we take our 3 sides of the triangle, that would be 3 2x minus 1s. It should be equal to, I'm going to keep my equal signs lined up, mine as well, right? With this random equation here. The 5 sides of the pentagon, and I forget what the side length, it's x plus 4. So 5 of those x plus 4s. So this is what we learned before the break. Remember, we learned that basically you're going to distribute. So you're going to put the number through the brackets. And so you just, again, multiply this through. That was not pretty. Sorry, let me fix all of that. I can hear you guys groaning about my lack of consistency from here. All the OCD people in this class. So basically, we're going to multiply through, right? So line up your equal signs. Get her at that 90 degree, and you go 3 times 2x is going to give you that 6x. and 3 times the minus 1 will be minus 3. So you got 6x minus 3 on the left, and on the right side, we're going to get 5 times x will be 5x, and then 5 times your 4 again will be 20. So now we've got it all simplified. Remember, the next goal is to basically just make sure that everything in terms of like terms is on one side. Sorry, I'm just gonna grab a tissue. I'll be 1 sec. Gotta get like one of those away from keyboard AFK buttons where I just smash it and it's like, he'll be right back or some crap. I don't know. We'll be back after a short message. I should have commercials. No. Anyways, we're going to collect all of our x's on one side and our actual numbers on the other. In this case, it's kind of helpful to kind of think ahead. Like, you know, like in chess when you got to like think, Teddy, quit using reason on me, man. Just let me think about it. I could just play commercials. I could YouTube commercials. Too much work for a commercial. You got to think about which side would be better to collect the x's on. Let's pretend I clicked all of my x on the left side. If I look here and if I take my 6 x's, right? If I take these 6 x's here, oh sorry, I don't think you can see that. If I take these 6 x's and I move them to the other side, that would be our 5x, and because it was positive 6 here, you'd subtract 6x, and so we'd be at negative x, and no one likes negative things. So actually, it would kind of make more sense, and there's no wrong way of doing it. You're gonna get the same answer in every way. But if I was to instead say, okay, let's take these 5x's and move them to the left side. So instead of having our 6x's subtracting on this side to get a negative x, if we take our 5x over to the left side, so it's 6x minus 5x, it'll leave us with one positive x. So that'll be kind of nice. And so I'm going to move the 5x to that side. So we're going to have, right, we're going to subtract 5x from both sides. So we'll have 6x minus 5x. And I'm going to take my time here. So we'll just leave our minus 3 for now, equals 20. Oh, hey, Kendra. I'm going to fix the attendance. Who else was I missing? I was missing SJ before. So Kendra was here. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. Sorry. All right, sorry, where did I get to? Oh yeah, I want to keep our YouTube chat up there. Lucas, you think I should get a sponsor? I don't know who would sponsor me. Maybe Barnacle Gooses? Not sure. Now I want to take my minus 3, I want to bring it to the right. So hopefully you guys have already done this for homework. So hopefully this isn't like you're copying. You're able to like follow along. And so we'll take our minus 3, right? And the opposite of minus 3 is going to be plus 3. So it's going to be plus 3 on the other side. Right? We're kind of like adding 3 to both sides. That'd be great if I had Crave sponsor me. So 6x minus 5x is going to be x. And we're going to have that 20. And as that minus 3 comes across, it's going to be plus 3, right? We're adding 3 to both sides. And so we're going to get x equals to 23. Perfect. And my camera doesn't block the little thing there. Yeah, awesome. So this was hopefully your answer. And remember, you can always check it at the top. You can put 23 back into the area of the perimeter for the triangle and area of the perimeter for the pentagon. Now this probably was a word problem, so we probably should have a therefore statement. So just to be honest with ourselves, therefore to, oops, that doesn't say to make the perimeter equal, we should have x equals to 23. Don't cover your camera, Logan. Awesome. Cool. So, check your answer. If you didn't get that, remember, you can always go, and the great thing about the YouTube stream is you can pause it and go back. So you guys should be able to go and reverse and pause it at this time, and then catch back up to live if you would like. Over Bible, right? You make sure you catch up before Bible. I know Larissa's got a Bible class, but the rest of us, if you needed to pause or you needed to wait to catch up, you could do that. But it's nice to be live. That way you can ask me questions and things like that if you get stuck. So was there any specific questions about this one? Just wait a sec, and maybe I'll type in chat. Any questions? Questions for me? Remember, it could be on Teams or it could be on our YouTube chat. How's my quality today? Out of 10, give me a number out of 10 in terms of like stream quality. It's too bad as soon as it gets brighter outside, it's getting there, I'll be able to do my see-through on my makeshift redneck green screen. I go like this, and I match the color for the green screen to be of my green blinds, and it works pretty good. Okay, so I'm getting some 8s. Zion, that's a pretty significant number there, buddy. -1, that's tough. A lot of 8s. Oh yeah, and yours keeps cutting out, bud? Sorry about that. I can increase. Whoa, Kathleen, thank you. I can increase the quality of the stream by making it delayed more, but I think that's more annoying. Like right now, I think I'm like on like a 2 or 3 second delay from what I was looking at. But yesterday at the dorm, because the internet was so bad, I had to be like on like a 10-second delay. So I can make it a better quality stream, but just take me a while. So it looks like people, I think at a 7 or 8, you guys are able to follow what I'm doing. And so hopefully we're good there. Let's see. Did you guys get the note for today? I know that we're all really excited to do math right now. So did you guys all get 4.4? Did we all get 4.4 already? Give me a thumbs down or oops, I forgot my homework or something. I don't know. Tell me you don't have something if you're missing your 4.4 note. That would be great. Well, it wouldn't be great if you're missing it, but it'd be great if you let me know, and then I can try and sort that out. Normally, you guys know it's just like you haven't synced yet or something like that. So make sure you're syncing. That would be awesome. Okay, so Sam's got her, Kathleen's got it, Kendra's got it. Awesome. Zion, what is that emoji? Is that a barfing alien? Or a squid? I love it. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about something today in 4.4. It'll be basically, this is how we're going to couldn't tell us what that emoji is. The way that these classes will go is pretty similar to how they were going in school. I don't want to have things change too much. I think a lot of our lives have changed a lot in other ways. So I think we'll keep our setup. So basically, I'm going to ask you guys, do you have any homework questions? I'll try to mix it up to do some different things, or like little remember we do those like quizzes sometimes to see if things are going okay, and that way I can check through your OneNotes. Remember that I can check your OneNotes. So if I ask you to do something and I'm asking you guys to try this problem because I want to see that you can do it, I can actually look there and I can write comments still. So if you're like, Mr. Ellis, can you help me with this number? Let me know and I'll go find that in your OneNote. Just tell me maybe where it is. And I could be able to go and comment on that and look and see how we're doing. So still maybe a homework checker too. I know we're all excited about that. So basically, ask questions, and then we'll go into a lesson like this, and then we'll have time for questions and homework, and probably I'll end the stream at that time, but I'll still be available on Teams, and so we can have a meeting on Teams if you want to like ask me a question, like talk it out, or you can just type on there. But to make it so the video is not like 80 minutes long every day. I'll probably just cut it off whenever our lesson's done, so that way you don't have to listen to me up here, and it'll be a little bit easier on Teams. I think you guys are pretty used to typing on Teams. You can do it to me directly. It's not embarrassing to have a question in chat where everyone can see it if that's something you care about. So we'll just switch over to Teams when all's said and done. Cool. So today, this lesson is called Solving for a Linear Relation. Do you guys remember back, and it was a while ago, I'm going to show you here. What day was that? Maybe it was even Unit 3. I think it was Unit 3. Yeah, one sec. Let me show you Unit 3. And we looked at this type of equation here. You guys remember doing this, like the 3x plus 2y's minus 12 equals 0, those sorts of things. So those ones, remember the process to graph that. If I give you that equation, we said that was like in standard form. Remember there was your slope and y-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. But then there's also the standard form here, like 3x plus 2y minus 12. Oh, sorry, Kendra, you weren't there. If you guys miss a note, send me a private message on Edsby or on Teams, and I will try to remember later on to add you to that note or to send it to you, the completed one if you'd like. So anyways, 3x plus 2y minus 12. Remember, what we did to graph that is we found the x and the y-intercept. Remember, the x-intercept was when you put y equals 0, and the y-intercept is when you put x equals 0. So basically you just found those 2 points. Remember the 2 intercepts. So you don't have to remember it exactly, but you found 2 points. And remember, that was enough to do a line, because if you know where it touches the y-axis and where it touches the x-axis, then you can connect the 2 points and then you'll get a line, and it's perfect. So that's enough. And in this case here, that was our old way of doing things. But I think a lot of us, we still like, because it is a lot of time, right? Like this whole process of solving, like for a 1 point for the x-intercept and then for the y-intercept, like there's a lot of not a lot, but enough math that it's kind of annoying. So what we're going to do is, because now we know how to move things across the equal side, right? We can take like constants and move them to one side, or x's and move them to the other. We should be able to take something like this. And don't you guys think that we could probably solve for y? Remember, we've been solving for x, like x equals. Well, why don't we like try to get it so y equals, right? And then when we have y equals, maybe it'll be like y equals something x, so like mx, plus whatever constant we have left. So it'll be like our b value. So that's the plan, is that we're going to be able to take something that is like this equation, sorry, it's over here, this equation up here, and we're going to turn it into our slope y-intercept form. So from the nasty standard form to slope y-intercept form. So that's the goal. So we'll do that in chapter 4 and 4.4. So if you guys are ready, we will rock and roll. Here's what I want you to do. Okay, here's our plan. I am going to solve the question, and I want you guys to, and I know it's hard and some of this is new for some of us, but please, yeah, exactly, Zion. We're going to turn it into y equals mx plus b. So I know that this is kind of difficult for some of us to pay attention. No, not a new formula. We're turning basically this ugly equation here, this y plus 4x equals minus 2, and we're going to turn it into y equals mx plus b. Something that we know how to graph, right? B is your y-intercept, m is your slope, so you should be able to graph it really quick and easy. Got it. Awesome. So yeah, we're going to do this, but I want you guys to follow the video. So I'm going to do the example. Don't feel like in class, like, you know, in class you copy while you look. Don't do that, because I think that'll be difficult. Unless you guys, we talked about it yesterday where you have the split screen. Maybe you want to do that. But some of us, I don't know, the laptop screen's pretty tiny. So watch me. I'm going to pause after the example's done. I'll let you guys copy, and then I'll answer any questions that you might have. So our goal basically is to get it into y equals mx plus b form. And I'll let you copy this in a second. We want to get it like this. So that means solve for y. We have been solving for x, right? X equals something. But here we're going to solve for y equals. And so if I want to get y by itself, right? All I'm going to do is make sure, I'm going to switch over to the black pen again. Basically, we want the only thing on this left side to be y, right? That's the only one that's going to stay. That means what we want to do is kick 4x off the boat, right? Kick them over to the other, or the teeter-totter, or whatever it is, right? So we're going to make sure it goes over here. So remember, to get rid of a positive 4x, we subtract 4x on both sides. So we're just going to be left with y, and then you're going to have, well, you can write it like this, right? Minus 2, and then you subtract 4x, right? We've subtracted 4x, kicked the kid off the teeter-totter, so to speak, right? It's coming from both sides. So we subtract 4x here, and we subtract 4x here. Now that doesn't look like y equals mx plus b, but like this is like saying negative 2 minus 4. That's not really, because there's an x there. But we can switch things, right? When they're added and subtracted, the order doesn't matter. And so actually I can just write this, because it's nice to see something x plus b. So I can really just switch these two things so it looks like y equals negative 4x minus 2. And so I know that my slope, right, is negative 4 here. And my y-intercept is negative 2. So I should be able to get that. Let's give you guys a minute to copy that down. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Our main goal was to go y equals mx plus b from some other form, right? It doesn't look like that. It is an equation. It's going to be a line. Doesn't look like it though. So I'm going to give you a minute to copy that down. Maybe in the chat, let me know when you're good to go. Give me a thumbs up like we're good, or ask a question right now. I'll just give people a minute because I know some of you are maybe split screening. So if you are, that's fantastic. But I do want to give time for people who are not split screening. Awesome. Thanks, Owen. Yeah, absolutely, Kathleen. So once we get it in y equals like negative 4x minus 2, remember this kind of looks like y equals, and then, oops. Remember our form, sorry, I'm so close to the mic, I'm looking like a weirdo. Mx plus b, and I'm looking for the number in front of the x. Remember the coefficient, that's a number in front of a variable. That would be our slope, right? So that negative 4 is your slope, and the constant, that minus 2, that would be your y-intercept. M is always the slope. I don't know if you remember that. And b, it's probably been a while, is the y-intercept. Okay, so I saw a question from Jared. Why did you have to switch the m and the b value to complete the equation? Jared, you actually I didn't have to do that. You could have left it as that minus 2 minus 4x. I just think because we always talk about it as y equals mx plus b, it's just normal for us to have the something x first. I didn't have to do that. Awesome. So Lucas is done. I see that. Yeah, exactly, Sam. Like when you said when I moved the minus 4x to the backside, I could have put it in front, right? I could have said just minus 4x in the front. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Oh, Owen, what you do to get that split screen thing is you know the little Windows button? So hold the Windows button, like the little one with 4 boxes, hold it and hit the left arrow on your keyboard on the screen that you want to be on the left side, and then you hold Windows button and hit the right side for it to go on the right side of your keyboard. So Windows plus left or right. And I actually think it works Windows up and down as well. So like you can split it up, and I think, I'm not entirely sure, but that's your split screen command. Let me know if that worked. Okay, so I see a done, but a little confused. So just to recap the goal of this. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Owen. The goal of this was to take something that's an ugly form, right? Y plus 4x equals -2 is a bit ugly. And so a better form would be to get y equals mx plus b. Because we know how to graph that. Like if I gave you guys y equals 4x minus 1, well, you know the slope is 4. So remember that's up 4 over 1, up 4 over 1, up 4 over 1. So that's great. And then our y-intercept, I don't remember what I said the y-intercept was going to be, but you'd start there, right? You always start there. Okay. I haven't seen a few people active. I haven't seen, you know, the Sadies, Ericas, Yuli's. Well, SJ's not even here. Who am I missing? Katrin. I haven't seen you guys talk in a little while. Just making sure you're still out there. Making sure you guys are doing okay. Oh, Benny. Ben, you can't watch the. Oh, hey, Sade. Awesome. Good. I'm just looking to see, and I'm not saying like that you guys aren't watching. I'm just double. Oh yes, awesome, Kendra, great. I'm just making sure that you guys are still with me and still alive, and that you were done that example. Not everyone has to tell me they're done that one. I just don't want to leave anyone in behind. So if you guys are like, wait up, Mr. Ellis, make sure. Anyways, I'd be appreciative of that because I don't want to get ahead of anyone because I know this is going to be tough. Michael leaving was so long ago. You guys are amateurs. And also the Will Ferrell seasons suck. They're so bad. So enjoy that. And I love Will Ferrell. I'm like Will Ferrell's biggest fan, but they are not good. Okay. Lel. 3x plus 2y equals 6. So again, we're going to convert this into, whoa, Ben, that is hate. Y equals mx plus b. So it's going to be a little bit harder now because remember the one over here, it already had like it just y. So when we move everything to the other side, it was pretty easy to get y equals. So in this case, it's going to be a little bit tougher for sure. So let's go ahead and do this because it'll be 2y, but let's at least get it 2y equals. That'll be semi-simple. So again, I'm going to leave the 2y on the left side here. So I'm going to, again, write my equal sign. And I'm going to leave the 2y. Eventually, we want to get y equals, but let's just get the 2y. So I'm going to take my positive 3x and I'm going to have to bring it to the other side, right? So it's going to have to subtract 3x from both sides to kick it off the teeter-totter, so to speak. So we're going to get minus 3x, and this was a positive 6, so we'll write plus 6. So minus 3x plus 6. Okay, here's where it gets a little difficult. So we want to get, and we have done something like this before with the x's, but it's a little bit different here. When I want to get this 2 gone, this is 2 times y, right? Normally I'd be like, what's the opposite of multiplying by 2? And all of you guys would go, it's dividing by 2. So we know we have to divide by 2, but here's where people get a little confused. If I'm dividing the teeter-totter by 2, okay, I don't just like divide this by 2 and pick one of these 2 kids over here by 2, right? Like if I'm going to cut this kid in half, I got to cut this kid in half and this kid in half. I've got to do it to all of them. Okay, who is I hate math? Is that SJ maybe? Because that's the only person I marked absent. Is I hate math SJ? No, it's not. Shoot. It's a burner again. Cool. Yeah, somebody just doing a double account, eh? Okay, anyways, sorry. Basically what we're gonna do, right, is we're gonna divide everything by 2. So not just the y, not just the 3. We're going to divide everything by 2. And so when we do that, I'm going to do it in like red or something like that. So when we divide this by 2, we got to divide this by 2. Ooh, sorry, hello. This by 2. And actually, I'm going to do it in a new step because when you guys copy this, I think you'd want to see each step, right? So 2y equals negative 3x plus 6. And I'm going to divide every single thing by 2. So we're going to divide this by 2, divide this by 2, and this by 2. And what is going to happen is that y will be by itself. It'll be negative 3 over 2x plus 6 over 2 is 3. So this is our y slope and y-intercept form. Sorry, slope and y-intercept form. Okay, I'm going to leave that here. And again, I'm going to give you guys some time to ask questions. So it's the whole concept. This is the hard part right here, right? We're saying I need to get rid of this 2, so it's divide. So we just got to make sure to divide every single one by 2. So I'll give you guys a minute. Make sure you get that down. Because you don't want to come back to the stream later and have to rewatch it, right? So make sure you get that note down, and ask me a question in chat if you've got one. Awesome, thanks, Maddie. Absolutely, Sam. It would be negative 1.5x. It's just we leave them as fractions, right? Because remember we think about rise over run. So that negative 3 over 2, right? When we think about slope, it would be like down 3 over 2, down 3 over 2. So it just makes more sense when you leave it like that. Erica says, when there is a negative on the top or bottom of a fraction, does it make it the whole fraction negative? Yeah, absolutely. So that whole fraction, like if it's a negative 3 over 2, it's negative 3 over 2. Or like, who is that? Sam said negative 1.5. If there was a negative divided by a negative, remember that would cancel out and be positive. So the answer to your question, Erica, is yes. Yeah, okay, awesome. You said okay. I'm just going to rinse my mug out. It'll be 1 sec. Oh! Sorry. Aggressive yawns. Sorry, Ben. I wouldn't lie to you. I had a yawn. Scary yawn. Yeah, I was attacked off screen. Every 10 seconds I'm not in front of the camera, Zion, we'll take off some little percentage of my Camry. Salary. It's a great idea. Equals $1. Oh man. Okay, hey, can I move on? Or is anyone still typing this example out or writing this example out? Eggs and oatmeal's good. Owen says go for it. Science good. Kendra's good. Okay, I'm gonna assume everyone is done then. And again, you can pause it, right? Just make sure you catch back up as we're talking about dumb stuff that happens in chat or something. Okay, so these ones here is just another kind of different example. These ones, they're actually finally like saying, okay, what is the slope? What is the y-intercept? But you guys are smart enough, you already know what that is. So we have been doing that. Let me just do one more of these with you guys. And then we'll move on to... I don't have to do all this stuff with you, obviously. These were notes that we would be able to get in class done, but here at this page. Let's do this one for now, and then I'll decide. Okay, so this one is x minus y minus 9 equals 0. So when I have y equals mx plus b, basically I'm just solving for y, right? Y doesn't always have to be on the left-hand side. It could be on the right-hand side. And the reason I say that it could be on the right-hand side is if you guys decided, and let me just try something first. This is one way of doing things, okay? It's like, okay, I want to get, everything except for y. I want y to be on the left side. So I'm going to leave, the minus y here, because remember that always stays, whatever thing is in front. If it's a positive or a negative or a number in front, that goes in front. So I'm going to write my minus y, and then my x would go across, right? So it'd be minus x because it's the opposite, and then the minus 9 would be plus 9. So we get negative y equals negative x plus 9, and you'd have to divide by negative 1. It's just, there's a lot of moving happening there, right? So this is if you did this, you weren't really thinking ahead, and you weren't thinking of the easiest solution, because you want to think about what's going to be easier. So in this case, because we just want y equals, we want y to be on its own. If I just, instead of moving the x across and the 9 across and add y, so it's supposed to be add y, well, what would happen, right, is as we keep our equal sign here, we're going to have your x minus 9 equals y. And no, it's not y equals something x plus b, but it's something x plus b equals y. It's like the opposite. It's just putting the y on the other, and who cares, right? If a equals b, b equals a, you can alternate or switch those things. So x minus y equals 9. I think that's a lot easier, and I hope you guys would agree with that. So we're just moving the y across, and now it's pretty simple, right? And I can think of this as switcheroo. This is the same thing, same as y equals x minus 9. If goats equal dogs, that's a terrible. I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to use that example. That would have been bad. But basically, sorry, bad quality, Sam. Sorry, buddy. I don't know how to fix that. Sounds like a bunch of us are getting some bad quality here. So I'm gonna take it slow. We would have the slope would be in front of the x, right? The slope here, the number in front of that x is 1. So our slope would be 1. And then my y-intercept is minus 9. So we got our slope is 1 and our y-intercept is minus 9. Let me just ask you guys if you can still follow. Okay, sorry about that. It says I have good quality coming through. Let me just check the stream health. It says it's good. It says it's good. Huh. Unfortunately, the problem with these, sorry, it's not that it's cutting out, it's I'm stuttering as I'm thinking. But But yeah, I think a lot of people are using the Wi-Fi just in your neighborhood, right? So unless you guys are on like fiber optic cable, if you're like actually like cable like me, it's gonna make it so it's difficult to use the Wi-Fi because there's so many people working from home. Sam, that was rude. Fair but rude. Fair but rude. Just gonna wipe my nose again. Okay, sorry, that's another $1. That's another $1. Okay, so there was one. Zion went right away. Oh man, you guys are awful. Okay, right. So we're gonna move on. Let's do another example. I don't think we need to do the W one. It's kind of useless, but you guys could do that, I think. Right? Like you could go, okay, like solve for W. It's the same thing as what we've been doing, like solve for Y. Actually, this one has fractions, so maybe we will do one with fractions. Why not? It's gonna be harder, but I think it's gonna be worth it. So let's actually try one of these here. Let's do this W. So we're gonna solve for W. We're gonna get Maddie, we're gonna leave 2B because we've already done enough examples like that, and I think you guys have the skills. You guys have the skills to do that. You just want to get Y on its own, right? I think you guys would be okay with that. So let's try this. Okay, so 5/3W plus 1/2 x equals 10. So this is going to be a bit harder, but we do have the ability. We want to get W by itself. Now there's no Y. Basically, you could just like rename this thing, right? Like this is pretty. It's silly that they're changing the letters on you, but whatever. It's going to be pretty normal. So don't let that throw you off. We do want to get W by itself. So I'm going to set up my equal sign. There's going to be a 10 over here still. I'm going to leave my 5/3W like that. And then I'm going to take this positive 1/2 x, right? And I want to bring it to the other side. So it's going to be minus 1/2 x. So minus 1/2 x plus 10. Then I could probably move that 5/3W a little bit closer there. But yeah. All we did was we took that positive 1/2x and we brought it to the other side, so it was minus 1/2x. Okay with that? Okay. Sounds like I'm a little less blurry for some people. Maybe things are just kind of coming in and out. Okay, so in this case then, now we want to basically make it so there's just W. And that means that we want to have it as like a 1, okay? And so it's kind of weird. We want to make sure that this thing is just going to be 1. And so there's a couple ways of thinking about this. I think this is probably the easiest. So stay with me here. Let's pretend I have like, for example, this is like totally unrelated. Okay, so yeah, it is an improper fraction. Good job, Benjamin. If we had like 1/2x, okay, and I want to make that just 1x. How would we do that? What would we multiply it by? Well, you'd multiply it by 2, right? Because if I multiply this by 2 times 1/2, right? We go 2/1, and this would be this times this times this. That'd be 2/2x. 2/2 is just 1, right? Basically, the point is you want to make sure that you're multiplying it by something so that it makes it as 1x. That would be your goal. Well, let's try something different, right? Like, let's try 2/3x. So I don't know why I made that so big. This is gonna get a little crazy for us here. So stick with me. So 2/3, that's not a very good 2/3. Let me fix that. In order to make this fraction 1, what would we multiply it by? Well, before, when we had 1/2x, right? We multiplied it by 2 over 1. And basically that was the flip of that fraction, right? Or the reciprocal, I guess, if you want to use a fancy math word. So let's flip 2 over 3, and that would be 3 over 2, right? So if we yeah, good job, Owen, thanks. So if we do by 3 over 2, let's see, is that going to give us 1x? Well, here, right, you'd have 3 times 2 would be 6, and then here 2 times 3 would be also 6, and it'd be 6 over 6, which is 1, right? So if we're multiplying something by its flip, like if you got a nasty fraction, like I think the other one was 5 over 3, sorry, it's over here, 5 over 3, right? Then in that case, if we multiply it by 3 over 5, hopefully we should be able to get a whole number. We want to get 1. Yeah, it is big brain time. So you're going to be multiplying something by the reciprocal, which means the flipped fraction. I think we talked about that when we divide fractions. You multiply it by, anyways, that stuff. So maybe what I'll do is just give you guys a second to copy this idea down, and then we'll finish it up. Yeah, so we're gonna multiply that to the 5 over 3, Ben. So we're gonna multiply every single number by not 5 over 3, but the reciprocal of 5 over 3, which would be 3 over 5. So maybe I'll just give you guys a minute to write this down. Just this little side example. We multiply by the reciprocal. Oops, sorry, you can't see. Multiply by the reciprocal. So I'll show you guys how to finish the example in a second. Maybe give me a thumbs up when you guys are ready to move on. Life's greatest mysteries will be who is eggs and oatmeal and who is I hate math. If either of those are SJ, please let me know so that way I can mark you here on the attendance, or send me a Teams message or something like that. Jared's giving me a thumbs up. Sam gave me a thumbs up with a knife. I'm not sure if that's a threat or not. Kathleen wants me to pretend like my screen is... I didn't probably do that good. I thought I'd cut myself off halfway. Okay, here we go. So, in order to get 5 over 3 to have a coefficient of 1, right? We want to basically... Oh, Sam says minus $1. That's good. Why not, right? It's frozen. It doesn't count. Oh, SJ is still sleeping. Okay. Love that. Love that. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply everything. Remember before it was like, okay, we want to cut the kid in half. Like we divided everything by 2. Benny, I'll give you a house tour at the end, okay? So give me 1 minute. We'll finish up this example and I will give you a house tour. So to make sure we... oh, now I'm actually frozen for Sam, sorry. Or am I pretending? You'll never know. What we're going to do is we're going to multiply this by 3 over 5. By 3 over 5 and by 3 over 5. So just like before, how we divided everything by 2, we need to multiply every single term by 3 over 5. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Stick with me here as we go through this and we'll rock and roll. So we already know that if you multiplied 5 over 3 by 3 over 5, we don't have to prove that to ourselves. That would be 5 times 3 is 15 over 15, so that'd be 1. So you don't have to show me that math. You can just know that this is going to be, remember, line up your equal signs. You're just going to have 1W. So that's what we want, right? W. Sorry, Kendra, I'll stop making everything so dark. Now here, when we're going 3 over 5 times negative a half, I'm going to write it out an extra step here because I don't want us to be confused. We are multiplying 3 over 5. Sorry, that's a bit ugly. By negative 1/2 x. And we're also doing 3 over 5, right, times 10. Okay, so as we multiply these, that's what's happening, right? We're doing multiplying fractions, so I got to make sure I multiply the numerators. So we're doing 3 times negative 1. I'm not at that stage to tell you what the answer is yet. Sorry, Owen, I'll help you out here in a second. So 3 times 1, or 3 times negative 1 in this case, is going to be negative 3. So line up your equal signs. W is going to equal minus 3. And then 5 times 2 would be 10. So minus 3 over 10x plus, and we can't actually add these together, right? Because they're not like terms. One of them, I know it's ugly, but this big thing here has an x, and the other one doesn't. It just has a number. So here we have 3 times 10 will be 30. And remember, I can actually think of this 10 as 10 over 1, right? When we want to multiply fractions. We're going to think of them like a fraction. So, or a fraction times a number, we just think of the number like something over 1. So go 3 times 10 is 30 over 5. Now 30 over 5 is actually a nice number. You can actually simplify that, and that would just be 6. So if I write W equals negative 3 over 10x plus 6. Now I'm going to back this up till about there, and I think you guys should be able to copy that down. Yeah, exactly. Owen, yeah. You want to make sure you remember that one of those things, you can't add them together, right? Because they're an X. Yeah, no problem, buddy. So hit me up with a question. Copy this down. Sorry that it's a bit more complicated, right? These are definitely tough ones. This is about as hard as it gets in terms of these fractions for sure. And I think the plan right now, what I'm going to do is that word problem down at the bottom. I can't even remember what it is, but I think right now I'm not gonna go through that with you guys. Maybe we'll do that as a warm up for class tomorrow or something. But I think I'm gonna cut it because it's already 9 o'clock, and you guys are gonna be streaming. I'm streaming. You guys are going to be spending a lot of time on computers because I think a lot of us, like, you're bored at home. Like, what else do? You sit on the computer. So try to get outside and do things, but I don't want a lot of that computer time to be like in class and then homework. That's just a lot of screen time, right? So if you can, try some of your homework on paper or something like that or whatever. But let's just actually try to... Let's try to give you a little bit less. Let's have it so you guys can work hard for me in these next 20 minutes. But other than that, try a little bit after. But yeah, don't do too much. Yeah, awesome, Jared. That's great. Let's just see. Let's skip that question for now. I just want to look at the textbook, guys, just to tell you what numbers you should actually do instead of this. So give me 1 minute here. I do believe I actually do have the textbook saved on my computer somewhere, so let me just see if I can open this up here somewhere. Downloads. Do I have it in downloads? Nope. Documents? Nope. OneDrive? Heyo. Okay, what we're on 4.4? 4.4. Oh, you guys don't have your textbook? Here, I'll help you out. Okay, if you don't have your textbook, I'm sending it to you in Teams right now. So you'll see it says 4_4 PDF. So if you guys need the textbook, open that up in Teams. But for now, let's see. What questions do I want you guys to do from 4_4 or 4.4? Let's just have you do. Let's see if you guys can do 1, 4, and 9. 9 will be a bit of a word problem, so we might have to take that one up tomorrow. But let's see if we can have you guys do 1, 4, and 9 instead of what's listed on here. So I am going to go and open up. I should make sure I can see the chat so that way you guys are still. Here, sorry, let me just adjust our OneNote. So all I'd ask is that you just do, instead of all of that, feel free if you want, you can do more always, obviously, if you're desperate for math, but let's just do 1, 4, and 9 instead. So I'll make sure to comment on Edsby to tell you guys what the homework is. I'll do that now, but we'll just stick with 1, 4, and 9. Okay, so your textbook should be in Teams if you've forgotten your textbook. I posted it there, but yeah, you can see on 1, 4, and 9. Coolio, you guys should be able to get all that done. I did promise a house tour. Benny, are you still here for a house tour? I think Ben is not here. Oh, Ben is here. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going to happen when I unplug you guys. It might go crazy. So as I do this, let's see. Power first. I'm taking out my second monitor. Is it going to be mad? Ah! Is everything good here? Okay. Oh, wow. It's just craziness. I'm going to show you guys full screen here, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Full screen. Okay. I'm hoping you guys can just see me right now. And I will give you the little house tour. So let's just see if I can open up the chat. Okay, so, yeah, I'm in St. Catharines. Teddy says I should put on a hat. That's just rude. Yeah, I didn't shower this morning. So, whoa, I didn't say that on camera, did I? I'm showering later. Anyways, here's my kitchen. Ooh, that's when I missed the cereal being thrown on the ground. So there you go. There's that. But anyways... Oh, I should probably close my cupboards too. Here's my living room. Don't know how much of that you guys can see. There's my sweet gaming setup. See, yeah, you can see I got my records down there, my TV, the speakers, the PlayStation 4. All ready to rock and roll. There's my window. I don't know that you guys can see my street that well, but anyways, there's nobody outside right now. And then what else do we see here? Yeah, there you go. You can see it's gonna go, the stairs go downstairs. That's where Mr. de Gelder will probably live. It'll be downstairs. And so anyways, I won't give you the tour of like my bedroom and stuff because that's weird, but here's my washroom. 2 sinks, because reasons. Let's just pretend this is my bedroom. This is the spare bedroom. I won't show you mine because mine has not made my bed, but in my spare bedroom I've got the bedroom made, so that's good. I'll give you guys the tour of the basement. So here we go. We'll go down the stairs. I won't walk backwards down the stairs because that would be bad. But as we come down, I should turn on the light. Anyways, no one wants to see my garage, but Here's my garage. All right, and then this is where the setup, this is what I did mostly over the March break. And so there never used to be a kitchen down here. Like, you used to come down anyways, there's the like couch setup and everything. But that used to just be a corner. And so we turned that corner into a kitchen. So we tiled the floor in there, and put countertops in, and put the little backsplash. So it's not totally done. We're gonna put a fridge in that one space in there, but that'll be cool little kitchen setup. So as you can see, kind of goes, we did all that. So that's a little vacuum, so we've been doing some work. But yeah, the fridge is gonna go there. I don't know how well you guys can see that. And we're still doing some work. You can see there's lights are taped over. I gotta do some painting and stuff, but yeah. And then this is like some more space in here. Yeah, there's a little table, a little workbench, and anyways, we're not totally done. And then I'll show you the downstairs, I don't know, living space. Is kind of weird because this might be Mr. DeGelder's room, but anyways, you can see there's the bed, there's a little window in here, there's this massive, I don't even know what you call those things, but there's all that stuff, and then there's the closet. So that's my clothes drying rack and my yoga mat. Not that I like ever do eggs and oatmeal. It's because somebody asked for it. Okay, give me a break. And then this is the washroom down here. Anyways, this one's actually like a lot nicer than the upstairs one because it's got like the fancy things in there with the shower. Is pretty nice. So anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Sorry, not like overly interesting or large. I could show you the backyard, but I think probably the Wi-Fi would cut out, so I won't do that. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll cut the stream and give you guys some time to do that homework there. It's 9:08. When's the next class start? 10:15. So you guys should have some time right now. I know some of you are in Bible. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in today. Whoa, my hair is whack. But anyways, yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening. Seemed like you guys did good. If you have any comments about how you want things done, maybe a little bit differently, if you're like, Mr. Ellis, like, I don't like the idea that you're waiting for us to finish that example or something, or if there's something you think is going well that I'm doing well, or if you just hate this YouTube thing in general. If you could just let me know, send me an Edsby message or something like that, that'd be fantastic. But anyways, guys, have a great rest of the day in your classes. Keep trucking. I think you'll get used to this. Even if you hate it right now, give it a chance. Because we might be like this for a while, right? And it's good that we're still in school, and I think it's good that you have routine. No matter how bored you are, and you think you are, I think that having a bit of routine in your life is good right now. So anyways, God bless, and hope you guys are doing okay. I'm going to stop the stream there. Anyways, good job, guys.